Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Mortanius, and we are back with some more Vampyr on the PS5. Checking something real quick, folks. Okay. When we last left off, we had finally managed to make our way to this mysterious shelter. Still haven't spoke to the proprietor, but have made our way to the shelter of one Sean Hampton, the supposed sad saint of the East End. Before that, we got the chance to introduce ourselves to more of the particularly colorful folks of the East End. Specifically, the patrons of the well-known Turquoise Turtle, local pub that's been left open 24/7, 365, or at least while this pandemic or this epidemic is going on. So people have themselves a nice port in the storm to escape the madness, and at least, as far as we're concerned, keeps them from ending up as somebody's dinner or midnight snack, I guess would be more appropriate. Now we are in the process of heading back out to finally speak with this mysterious Sean Hampton, who seems to have disappeared on us and seemingly left quite a few interesting remains in his wake, or at least in his immediate path. Whether he's involved or not is hard to say. So if you folks like what you're seeing and want to see more of me as we continue onward, give me a like, a follow, subscribe here on YouTube, both. Drop a comment, check out some of the other playlists, share around some of the other playlists, bang the bell. Follow the links to my Twitch to get to my YouTube, follow the links to my YouTube to get to my Twitch. And wherever you folks happen to be, have yourselves a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night, and get comfortable. Let's get all the way into this. Do you think he knows I'm following him? Ichabod Throgmorton. Is this your stack? Yep. Okay. Danger is closer than you think. They are already here. Do not let them take the kingdom. See a vampire, seek for help. Ichabod Throgmorton, expert vampire hunter. Chono. I don't know about that, but it might at least get people to... Why does it want me to do that? Oh, to burn the post. No. I actually do want people to be aware to stay away from these vampires. They don't necessarily need to seek out Ichabod, but they do need to stay away. Ah, good. Now, dun dun dun. Straight up looks like a movie poster. So, hey baby, this looks good. When does this come out? It doesn't say, hon. I'll be coming back through here. The only reason I decided to do that one was because I knew there was one that was in immediate range. And I wanted to see what the poster itself actually looks like.
It's locked.
I'm a doctor. I'm kind of, sort of, a little bit, maybe, probably allowed everywhere.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. May I have your attention?
At least right now.
Good evening, sir. My name is Giselle Paxton, but I don't have time for men like you.
Have we met before?
No, but I just need to look at your fancy clothes to know that you must be desperate to visit the docks at night.
That's quite judgmental.
Sir, I've led enough strikes when I had a job to identify you as an enemy of the working class.
And here I am trying to make sure the working class keeps breathing while you sitting here playing that game. Let's go ahead and play it. Let's say I am that individual. Here I am over here trying to help y'all. I mean, I'm kind of dead. It doesn't exactly benefit me much, right?
May I ask what you do for a living?
I'm killing myself scraping for a living. And you? Have you ever had to struggle in your entire life?
I mean, as true as this is, she ain't gonna understand it, and she'll see it as fancy struggle. And while it's not entirely wrong, it's not entirely right either.
As I told you, I'm a doctor. You have to work a lot to earn that title.
Oh, a doctor. Born with money in a nice house, were we? Was Daddy a banker or a doctor himself?
See what I mean? Fancy struggle.
Why such hatred? Are you judging me by my clothes and my job?
Course I am. Fuck, you're so blind. You don't even see your privilege. Lazy people like you disgust me.
Check your privilege. How dare you be born somewhere? It's your fault. You should have known better.
What can you tell me about this vicinity?
Tell you what, just spend a few weeks here, and then ask me that question again. If you're still alive, I mean.
If you have something to say, say it. I'm getting tired of all this.
Oh, you want information instead? Well, here's some for you. Giselle Paxton does not like you at all, Doctor.
Shocker. I mean, I have no idea that what would ever have given me a sense that I would have never ended up on your Christmas list, dear.
You don't know me, Miss Paxton, and yet you see me as an enemy.
Your manners, your clothes, your words tell me everything about you, sir. I know your kind, and you don't belong here.
So what you're telling me is that it don't make any sense for me not to be smacking you up and down this shelter? How dare I actually want to respect people and come out here to help? Once again, whoo boy. Alright. I'm not gonna go there. You don't have no idea who I am. On the one hand, it could be seen as, yeah, I mean, look, I've got y'all's back. I potentially pulled myself up from, nothing, even though they don't know anything about me, and, but more than likely, she'll look for whatever she can to dig at, and the first thing it'll be is oh, so you're that important that I'm supposed to know you even down here, eh, Doctor? I'm not gonna give ground. You ain't gonna blame me for something that I was potentially born into. I don't want to hear it. It ain't my fault what I was born into. I can respect your issue with me, but you will not blame me for circumstances I didn't get to choose. This is the cleanest, least irritating, least ground giving answer that's still gonna, whatever you say, she's gonna look for something to stab you with.
You're right. I have never suffered from poverty. But that doesn't mean I don't fight it and its consequences.
I really doubt you ever had to fight for anything in your life, Dr. Reed.
Stab it, stab it, stab, stab, stab.
You speak of strikes and class enemy. Am I right to assume you're involved in trade union activism?
You bet I am. Well, I was. Nowadays, I'm just another worker blacklisted by the big companies.
You lost your job because of your beliefs.
Those bastards really hate a worker who refuses slave wages and unsafe conditions, especially when it's a woman.
Well, I always wonder when people say that. Are we talking about literal slave wages and condition, like unsafe conditions, or just complaining, man or woman? If we're legitimately talking about actual problems, then hey, handle the problems, take care of the people, do exactly what you're supposed to do right by the people as you expect them to sacrifice for your organization. At the end of the day, yeah, you have a business idea, but unless you have meat for the grinder, unless you have people in chairs doing this work, unless you're doing this work, nothing's happening. So nothing's coming in. So, put quite simply, you kind of need your employees to be alive. If we're talking about situations like that where people are actually lowballing you and aren't giving you what is truly necessary for safe proper working conditions, then hey, say what you got to say. Let them know what is and what ain't. But if you're just whining, you're just whining. Get over yourself. Now, I can't say the case of this whole situation at this point in history, especially depending on how they decided to go with the history in this game.
Isn't the whole point of trade unions to help workers in need? Why don't they support you?
A few nights back, I lost the money my companions had asked me to hide. With me and my sister being penniless, they thought I stole it.
What really happened?
I drank too much that night.
Giselle has lost the money of the trade union she belongs
Strange
to.
men saw me count the money in that bar. Some sort of militia in uniform. I'm sure they robbed me.
So, the potential guard of Prewin unless somebody else. And that's implying, that's implying she's not lying. Oh, Jesus Christ. Hey, I'm gonna need you to hold all of our money, but make sure you go get sloshed first, so we can trust you with it. What? Jesus. Now, in terms of the whole woman crack you made earlier, I don't know. But a lot of issue that a lot of people have always had, women included, when it comes to some women, is if you say, for instance, like a situation's happening and you say, I've got it, the world expects you as a man to have it. You said it. No ifs, ands, or buts. There is no going back. So as a woman, if the world hears you say you got it, it's kind of expected. But then we also look at certain aspects of, let's say, biology, and, well, 50% more upper and lower body strength, 75% more grip strength. That's not something that can be ignored. It tends to raise tensions sometimes. Whether it should or shouldn't, that's another conversation.
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me?
What is it you want? Does he owe you money? Has he displeased your Royal Highness? I'm no snitch, Mr. Fancy Pants.
Translation, I'm a snitch. And the reason you know she's a snitch is because I asked her one question and she said, what, you a cop? You wearing a wire? Okay. Looks like you have somebody you want to protect. I can respect it.
Well, I'll leave you for now. Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
I was just asking about a local, and you decided to turn it into an interrogation. What you up to? You know, we have areas back here where people come in and don't really come back out, right? You know that dear doctor? Yeah? Yeah? Yeah.
Good
Ma'am?
evening, miss. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Can I help you?
A fancy doctor lurking at night by the docks? Not fishy at all.
And what about you? Working outside at night in this dangerous part of town?
You want to know my secret? I'm trying to earn money. And I'm Lottie Paxton, by the way.
Yeah. Kinda cute. I can respect it though. Trying to do what you can to earn money as well as not resort to certain aspects of sales to do it. Want to keep your dignity. I can definitely respect that.
Is it not dangerous to work here at night?
As long as I have good legs, I can run away from trouble.
There it is.
The sad saint now provides me and my sister a bed and a roof. I don't want to lose that.
It's unfortunate, but with what's going on right now, there it is. That's the best you got, because y'all don't want to square up with what's on the streets, trust.
Are you homeless, Miss Paxton?
Mr. Hampton's night asylum is our new home now. It's a safe place for me and my sister.
3 hots in the cut, I can respect it. It's another one of those things, Sean didn't necessarily have to do this. And then he's supplying them not only with space, but apparently resources. He didn't have to do this at all. It's both impressive and admirable.
What can you tell me about the Sad Saint?
It's just the nickname of Sean Hampton, the sad saint of the East End. He gave me shelter, and he's not always sad.
Yeah, when I spoke to him at the Pembroke, he seemed drained, but he seemed cheerful at times, but sad mostly for other people. He seemed like he's constantly distracted, unable to really separate himself from the plight of the people. When something's going on with somebody else, something's going on with him. On the one hand, it's commendable that he wants to help everybody, but on the other hand, you kind of got to ease back. You can't accept every burden on yourself. It'll kill you. And you'll never really solve anything. Help where you can, most definitely, but don't go crazy and don't let it kill you. Some will say, well, it's you die in the quest for something good. True, but you could just as easily live in the quest for something good and still do more good.
What can you tell me about this place? How are things here?
It may be okay for a strong girl like me, but a dandy doctor from the city like yourself. Better watch your back, Mr. Reed.
I kind of like her. She is a serious contrast to her sister. I am not surprised. I'm assuming they're twins, hence my lack of surprise. I need to look at them both. Actually, hold up. Okay. I mean, they could be. She's definitely got more stress on her, but it could also be that she's older. It's hard to say. It could also be that she's like worked more rough places, whereas she didn't have to. Or that they did work the same places, but they deal with stress differently. Or one is healthier than the other. It's hard to say.
You really think I should go back to a
Sorry about
safer
that.
place, miss?
No, I think you had better stay and help as many people as you can. Just avoid the wet boot boys. Those bastards are worse than the epidemic.
I don't disagree with that. I understand that there's a need to survive and acquire resources, but it's always situations like this that bring out those people who are honestly the ones who should have died first, as far as I'm legitimately concerned when it comes to stuff like this. Y'all see it a nothing but a time to capitalize. Literally, this entire city, this entire area is in a chokehold, and now you decided to swing down from the roof, or swing down from the ceiling, acting like you're Spider-Man. Hey, Spider-Man's gonna help us, and then hang right upside down and just sit there boxing all the nuts, just left, right, and center. No, no.
Which local dangers must I avoid?
Well, the gangs, the thieves, the drunks, the jobless. A man with your fancy clothes will attract a lot of attention.
Well, I am not someone so easily intimidated.
Glad to hear that. And if you get into trouble, you can always seek help at Hampton's shelter. No one would dare to be violent there.
Feel like she speaks softly and carries a shotgun. This one is interesting.
I'm looking for Hampton. Can you help me?
Mr. Hampton must be in his office at the night asylum he manages, I suppose. Why do you want to see him?
He was a patient of mine at the Pembroke Hospital, but he left abruptly.
I see. Well, Mr. Hampton is a discreet and dedicated man. I'm sure you'll find him soon enough.
Interesting. Where can you find her at? Because she says that like she's not... Because like we saw Sean a second ago. We obviously know we're at his shelter. And we saw him when we used our Auspex, I think that's supposed to be. Some sort of vision mode, whatever it's called. So we saw him there. And she speaks like she moves around the place.
Goodbye.
I wonder if she does. Okay. She's the glass empty sister, and she's the glass half full sister. You can't blame either perspective, honestly, especially during these times. You really can't. The fact that there's anywhere to sleep, stay warm, not get sick, and still get something to eat and drink, and have it effectively be neutral ground. That says a lot about Sean, or at least a lot about how the people feel about him. Oh, newspaper. The bomb exploded just after dawn in front of the Dawson & Dawson munitions factory, the largest employer in the district. The detonation smashed the windows of all the factories in Southwark. It's a miracle only 2 people died in the attack, confirmed Chief Superintendent Alexander Brighton. Okay. Oh, that was okay. In there. Didn't expect that.
It's locked, all right.
I don't know if that's for Sean or one of the others. All right. Yeah, partly her sister's issue with Giselle. Yeah, partly Giselle's issue. When she sees somebody like me, she also sees the potential for hope. And she's tired of hoping because it usually don't pan out. They either leave or they die or they get afraid or something. And you can't exactly blame any of those choices, but in the end, there's still people left here that have to die and deal with the fact that there's nobody here to save them. Or at least nobody here to help. That was a weird. Burnt letter. Miss Paxton, I recently heard that blank Hampton shelter for months, and I blank money or support of any kind blank. Without a positive answer for you, I may be blank. My boys always get what they blank. Accepted no for an answer. Blank keep on refusing to answer me, and blank wet boot boys come blank you and your sister. Well, alright. Sounds like somebody needs to get shot. Lottie has already refused to help the wet boot boys despite their threats. And odds are she ain't told her sister. We seen how our sister reacts. Her sister's hot-headed. She'll go off and do something and get herself killed fast. And if this gang is one of those kind of gangs, odds are she ain't gonna die first. She'll die later. If one catches my meaning. Handwritten prayer. Dear Lord, this is my prayer for my beloved mother. Gertrude Paxton now awaits her daughters in heaven. Until that day, I thank you for allowing me to wake up and go through each new day in honest poverty and modesty. Please protect the good Mr. Hampton and let us sleep in his night shelter. I humbly ask you to forgive me for the resentment I feel toward my sister, Giselle, since mother died. Blessed be her soul. Thank you, God, for hearing me. Amen. She loves her sister, but she hates the rage. Lottie and her sister Giselle Paxton are poor and homeless since their mother died. It makes sense. So they say they lived with their mother at the time. Might have been in the process of working or learning or whatever. Or something, and then their mother died either from the epidemic or something else. Giselle and her sister Lottie are poor and homeless since their mother died.
This Seymour worries me. Perhaps Sean knows something about him.
Seymour, huh?
Glad to see you again, Mr. Reed.
I'll talk to you in a minute.
Lottie, tell me about the death of your mother.
Giselle killed her. Plain and simple.
Shit.
She killed her with her daily whims,
Oh.
laziness, and her complaints.
Okay.
That's quite a statement. You can't kill someone because you're fickle.
Mother was very ill,
I know what you mean.
but I forgave Giselle. What I couldn't stand was how she cried at her funeral like she was the one left alone.
Is it possible that while you blamed her, even if you didn't let her know that you blamed her, is it possible she blamed herself? As much as, while I understand why you felt a certain way, it's like you wouldn't leave her alone, you kept stressing her out, and then this is the result. At the same time, people make their choices. At the same time, you can't exactly attribute that to being her fault. You can definitely attribute her choices to being her fault, but not entirely what happens to your mother. At least not enough to need to rearrange your thinking and make it in a apology / praying kind of thing.
Perhaps your sister is not as tough as you are.
I know that, and I don't blame her. It just makes me sad that my own sister is the person I understand the least.
Yeah, that happens sometimes. As sad as that is, it does happen. Especially when y'all came up in the same house, dealing with the same problems, seeing the same faces, literally having each other's backs and being at each other's throats at the same time. That is the power of sibling rivalry. Trust me, I've gone through it. But see it as an opportunity for you two to try and see if you can figure out something about each other. Actually get to know each other on the better perspective, let's say. I mean, setting aside what you all need to do around here, you have time. You really have time.
Giselle is the only family you have left. Don't you think it's time you forgave her?
Sometimes words are harder to forgive than acts, Dr. Reed.
Yes, they are. Sometimes they are. It may seem simple, but sometimes those words, they cut real deep, especially when they know you so well. So wait, hold on.
Lottie.
Giselle killed her. Plain.
That's quite a statement.
Mother was very ill. But I forgave Giselle. What I couldn't stand was how she...
What words did she use?
Giselle is the...
Sometimes words are harder to forgive than acts, Dr. Reed.
Unless you're talking about your words. It doesn't change the reality that you do need to correct this. If she matters to you like you say she does, then you effectively know what you need to do. It's gonna leave a certain taste in your mouth, but guess what? Better that taste in your mouth than the one of losing your sister.
Lottie, tell me about the Wet Boot Boys. I know they've threatened you.
Edwina Cox wanted me to provide her with information about Mr. Hampton's resources. I refused.
Is that not dangerous?
Fuck them and their lies. They claim they protect the interests of the neighborhood, but they are just greedy parasites like all the rest.
Yeah, the girl, honestly. It's risky, but nothing worth doing isn't risky. Everything worth doing truly is risky. Whether it should be or shouldn't be is another conversation. And in this particular instance, like I said, those opportunists are a problem.
I respect your courage, Miss Paxton. And I hope life will never wear you down.
Dr. Reed, you know how to make a girl blush. I am glad you came to the docks, whatever your real reasons are.
My real reasons are exactly as I stated. I'm trying to help people, however I can.
Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
Let me holler at your crazy ass sister real quick.
You again? What do you want?
Shit.
Giselle, I know you sleep at Sean Hampton's shelter. What can you tell me about him?
He provided a roof for me and my sister. I am grateful, of course.
Naturally.
But he gives me the creeps.
Why is that?
He's always sad. Like he's about to cry. He's always asking us to get closer to God. To give ourselves to the Lord. Creepy.
Well, I mean, that's usually how most parishioners of any religion are. Get closer to your deity, give yourself more to your deity. She might be an atheist, it's hard to say. And then he's always sad. I've already gone over that. Odds are he's always thinking about other people constantly. And she might consider that to be frivolous and having time on his hands, but him thinking about other people is kind of what his job is to take care of the people around here. So, no, not really.
Giselle, tell me about the death of your mother.
After our father died, Mother worked so hard she made herself sick. We spent all the money we had on useless drugs and doctors. It was hell.
Hell? What do you mean?
The three of us were exhausted and desperate. And when I'm desperate, I tend to get angry. And I'm hard to live with. Lottie said I killed Mother.
Yeah, so she did actually say it to her. And she wants to take it back, but she don't know where to start. You do have a bad temper, and you do need to rein that in. But you definitely should talk to your sister.
You should talk to your sister. Whatever happened when your mother died, the truth lies somewhere between your two versions.
I don't want to talk about that. It was years ago. We Paxton sisters are tough. We don't apologize.
Says the person who was just crying about this fact. What are you talking about? You need to suck it up or say goodbye to each other. Y'all might think you have each other's back right now. You don't. Not the same way you like to think you do. Push comes to shove, you might.
Well, I'll
But
leave you for
until
now.
push comes to
Goodbye,
shove,
Miss Paxton.
you ain't gonna see it from each other.
Glad to
Damn.
see you again.
Dealing with a couple of kids. It ain't supposed to be easy.
Goodbye.
If it was easy, then it wouldn't be called a relationship. It wouldn't be called family. It wouldn't be called important. But good Lord. Alright, Sean. I need a minute. Yo, people out here messing with my sensibilities. Frustrating my economics. Alright. Folded paper. Forgive me, God, for what I'm about to confess. Sometimes I wish I never saved Dyson Delaney from drowning when he fell in the canal. There, I said it. Please forgive me, Lord, for I'm just a sinner. Dyson may be the most frustrating case I ever had to deal with since I opened my night shelter in the East End. For years, I've tried to understand why this man regularly makes me so irritated, and I think I recently found why. Oh, so he's had this shelter for years. Okay, well, cool. Dyson has stopped fighting, for good and forever. I've met so many heavy drinkers in my life, men and women, and rich and poor, young and old. I've witnessed their fight with their demons, their past, their guilt, and their failures. Sometimes they can put a name on this inner evil of theirs. Sometimes they've never been able to identify the real cause of their despair. But in most cases, for those men and women, to drink is a way to keep fighting. Of course, it is useless and destructive form of struggle, but at least this self-destruction means that something makes them suffer, and they still fight against this pain that they feel inside. Even a severe alcoholic like William Bishop keeps struggling with his addiction and asking for his salvation, for the light of Christ. And as long as they wish to see this light, there is a place for hope. Dyson Delaney has no hope left. He does not drink to smother his pain. No, I am now convinced he conscientiously drinks for the sadist joy of smothering all hope. I really don't know what is the worst sin, to deliberately cast away hope from your own heart, or complacently bask in self-destruction. Can't really say, honestly. That's literally, if ever there was a middle of the road situation, I could say that would legitimately be it. Because on the one hand, you can't blame his pain, knowing what we know about the fire and all of that. And then he's upset about the fact that he drank so much that he actually made himself forget where it happened. And we found that spot just now, but he's so upset that he made himself forget that he sort of drinks as a form of punishment now. On top of that, it's also the fact that if he gets information, he'll have to make a decision. He'll have to choose whether or not to still do something or not. He'll have to choose whether or not to accept the bottle or not. Right now, because he has nowhere to go, he's kind of safe. And he doesn't like that he's safe, but he also likes the comfort of him being safe because he doesn't have to solve the problem of paying his respects. As much as he really wants to, it still horrifies the shit out of him to do. Yeah, he's not basking in self-destruction. To bask in self-destruction is horrible, but he's not basking in self-destruction. Dyson has been rescued by Sean Hampton after he fell dead drunk in the canal. That is some wild stuff. Dead drunk in the canal. Good Lord. Shawnee boy.
Why the long face, Doctor?
It looks like we both have changed a lot. I must confess, it saddens me, Sean.
Put your faith in the Lord, Doctor. He has a plan for all of us. We may not always see it, but he does.
Since you left Pembroke, the amount of blood that has been shed, it's hard to believe you, Sean.
Ask what you will. As the Lord is my shepherd, I will not speak a lie to you.
Why return here?
This is my home. These people are my flock. You will always find me where I am needed.
Wonders never cease. Skal managing an asylum.
And what of you? A vampire doctor? Meals laid out before you. Yet you restrain.
And what about William Bishop? He tried to take care of you. But this hunger, this thirst, cannot be restrained.
Alas, poor William. He had a good soul, but was weak in spirit. He could not shake the thirst for booze, never mind blood. But have faith. My will is far stronger than his.
Aren't you afraid of what you've become?
We are blessed, Doctor. Can't you see it? The Lord has made us able to walk amongst the plague and aid those that need it.
Do you think this is a blessing when God's own house and holy symbols repel you?
If that is your burden, Doctor, so be it. But I do not fear the cross, nor am I forced to take the life of another. My kind doesn't share your imperfections.
But you must drink blood now to survive.
Know not your scripture. Whoso eateth my flesh and drinketh my blood hath eternal life, and I will raise him up at the last day. So saith the Lord. I only need to eat flesh, no blood.
Why did you kill Miss Jones at the Pembroke Hospital?
Killed old Harriet? You must be mad, Doctor. Why would I do such a thing?
So you claim Miss Jones' death was not by your hand, nor the other incidents at Pembroke?
Though Harriet was an angry, spiteful woman, she was one of God's creatures. I have nothing but love for all he has made.
But you were close to her.
Of course. But she was lost, separated from the fold. She did not see the hand of the divine in my blessed condition.
People have been murdered. I've seen the blood. I don't believe you can be trusted.
Have a little faith, Doctor. If you will follow, I will guide you to the light.
How do you plan to do that?
Take this key of the old sewers. The entrance is by the riverbank, south from here. There you'll find all the proof you need.
Very well. You have definitely intrigued me. I hope you're right, Sean.
I'll be here when you return. If you still think I'm a threat then, well, I'll surrender myself to your judgment.
Always good to go shopping. Don't know if I need to come back out here for this or not. Oh yeah. Oh.
Informing London's inhabitants of the presence of vampires. What does that make me? A double or a triple agent?
No. See, there's agents, there's double agents, and then there's pseudo double agents. Now, come on now. You know full well where we fit. Somewhere. The answer is yes. Who was that? Was that Ichabod? Throgmorton? Was that you? Only reason I'm checking is because I don't entirely want to go back over there. But it's looking like I'm going to have to, so it kind of is what it is.
Not a safe place right now, sir.
Damn. Sure. I agree. Oh, oh, look, vampires. Interesting.
Best stay back, sir.
Oh, I let you get that in. No, I'm good. Like, I don't need to burn.
Safer places to be than here.
Right?
Did you hear me?
Yeah?
It's mine.
Hold still, priest.
Give us. Oh my God. I'm waiting with you.
No. Back, you say? Nice. Yeah. Yeah. That's what happens. That's what happens. All right. Wait. New poster? Oh, yeah.
Mr. Throgmorton should be happy.
Nothing in the mailbox, huh? Icky body. I'm done posting your leaflets. Oh. Okay. I think I'm his. Woo! Had to get out before that fog hit. I'm glad I actually had the time to do it. I didn't think I would. You have to, but are you going to? See, that right there is another conversation there, buddy. Stop it. No, I'm good. Stop trying to hit me with some of your mama's home cooking. Hi there. Oh, wow. And well, I basically stopped paying attention to him, and that's what my mistake was. That's what I get. I honestly should have did that. I know better.
No civilians allowed, sir. Are you stupid? Let's pin him down! I order you to step back!
I'm trying to step back. What's the problem here? Okay. Yeah. You know. Good opportunities for a little bit of rage. Was it 2 separate groups? No, no, no. Couldn't heal in time. Fine. It was interesting. Rage didn't hit as hard. Well, I don't know why I'm actually surprised. Enemies were like, what, 8 levels ahead of me? This is the power of not eating people, children. And in this difficulty, this hard difficulty, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Guard approval note. 27th of October. Guard approval command post to dock patrols. Vampire hunter fraud avoid. Some of our scouts recently spotted the presence of certain Ichabod Throckmorton near the East End docks. You'll probably see him patrolling the place at night, claiming that he's a specialist in vampire extermination. The man is a fraud, not even a real common, for he does not charge anybody for the work. But he clearly has no clue what he's talking about. If he ever approaches you for some joint hunt or collaboration, refuse and let him go. In a leech fight, the man is nothing more than bait. It's hard to say. They would be the effective experts on it, but I mean, it sounds like one of their main issues is that he doesn't charge people for it. That does not speak to his capability. Ichabod is not considered a real vampire hunter by the guards. So, wonder what could happen that would cause him to end up on in the guard.
Ain't safe here for a gentleman.
Ain't safe here for him either. Ah, okay. Yeah, oh yeah, really? Yeah, all right, yeah. Oh, I need you to hold on a minute there, buddy. Stairs. Once again, Nemesis, you show yourself. It's on him. Good Lord, have mercy. What the? What? Hey, now. I'm like, what the hell is going on here?
Christ, he's dead.
Yes, he is. Where y'all going? No, you weren't about to. No. The power of Christ compels you to go the other way. What if I don't wanna though? Stop it. There you go. Don't bring God into this. This ain't God's fault. Damn, boy. When they fighting each other, they be going through it.
Giselle's stolen money. Priwen has some unethical ways of financing their war.
Yes, they do. But again, that would imply we're surprised with how they've been acting. But since this is a new organization to us as far as we're concerned, it is kind of shocking as we go. It's like, damn, and damn, and damn. Why they do that? Why, well, damn. They do, well, damn. They do that too. Well, damn. Do they do anything that ain't crazy? Nope. Well, damn. All right. Beware.
It's locked, all right. That doesn't work.
What? It said look, not touch. All right, no nuts. Let's go ahead.
So that's it. These wheels control the water level.
Could have sworn.
It should show properly now.
All right. Yes, sorry. I feel like there's more in this room for me to get, but maybe not. But then there is this area, so even if there ain't much, yep, there's at least potentially something. And I'll take every drop of something. So I did hear company. Understood. You like to eat your food in the light, huh? Like to remember what was. Well, I'm sure whoever this was is glad it's over. Beware. They return the slab or suffer the curse. I mean, since you feel it's so important.
I have this thirst for blood. I can't believe I'm doing this.
You remain. Odds are I'll need you afterwards. Will this be where we meet the infamous sewer dog? Find out this time on Vampyr Z. You may remember now.
Maggots have escaped the wrath of Ascalon for too long.
Right.
It's time to purge the sewers of their filth.
You again. The one they call the sewer dog.
Hold your tongue, newborn, or I'll crush you like a maggot.
No, never mind.
You've let the beast consume you.
Finally, a touch of lucidity.
Alright.
Learn to respect the laws of Ascalon. I'm Fergal Banshee, the hand that crushes all.
Come here, come here.
Neck shall snap like a hare's brittle bones, newborn.
Someone was upset. Here's the thing. Don't care. Cool. Thought I dodged it. Oh, I'm dead. Now y'all can see why I like the power of the bite, though. No, he didn't just do something to my corpse afterwards. Oh, wow. All right, Fergal. You and I definitely need to have ourselves a chat. Dude, guy, bro.
Learn to respect the laws of Ascalon.
Right, but what if I don't wanna?
How are you
Shit, thought I was slightly out of his range. Gee-ha. Ooh.
dictates of Ascalon? To the hand that crushes off.
And I am Mortanius, the hand that crushes the crusher.
Power you cannot comprehend. Whence you vanished, I'll slaughter these scalds while singing your name.
All right, we're adding new crap, huh?
Fair skull to adorn my mantle.
Nummy. Oh, they still let him attack afterwards. That's pretty cool. I didn't expect that. Damn. A damn delay attack of his.
You found your death in me. Blood to the pit, slow as a snail. Down, stay down. Your blood is now mine. You found your death in me. Return to your apothecary and needles. I shall crush you. And thine shall be a fair skull to adorn my mantle.
Oh, boy.
Return to your apothecary and needles. I shall crush you. Down, stay down. Your blood is now.
Gotcha. Defeat the beast. Defeat Fergal. Forgot how much of a smash that was. Jesus. Fergal. You lost there, bro. Happens. It happens to the best of us, in this case, the rest of us.
At least one skull escaped Fergal's wrath.
Yeah, at least one.
The poor creature is bleeding to death. He cannot be far.
That was a smash and a half, honestly. Guess not a reason to be in there. Unless there's a quest or something I missed, then being in these tunnels almost reminds me of the Call of Cthulhu game. Came out on Xbox One, PS4, and PC a while back. Pretty good narrative kind of game. It's one of those things I got into it but didn't really understand it as much as I like. I kind of need to do a lot of digging into like eldritch horror and whatnot. Right, back up here. Cool. Cool.
Safe we are, still. Drink now.
Bless you, Bridget.
This isn't the blood of a vampire, but
but it will quench your thirst.
Interesting. Who are you standing vigil, ready to challenge me if need be?
This is our domain, not yours. You've been warned.
Wait, I saved you from this creature. That must count for something.
Thank you. Now go. Go back to the streets and houses. There is no love lost between us, Vampire. But thank you.
Well, I also kind of thank you for blaming me for being able to go back to my streets and houses. Ooh.
Sean Hampton sent me here. I believe he wanted me to find you. Who are you?
If you must know, they call me Old Bridget. And this shelter is where we live.
I'm Jonathan Reed. I'm a newborn Ekon. I'm afraid I'm not sure what's going on.
I shall not bend a knee, young Ekon. But I sense your pain. Ask, and I will afford you my attention.
Don't exactly want you to bend a knee so much as lend an ear.
Why was that creature after you?
Fergal is the blunt instrument of the Ascalon Club. His masters would see us dead or turned into slaves if they had their way.
Interesting. Why?
What the hell was that thing? He wasn't an Ekon or a Scow.
They are known as Volkod, an ancient offshoot of immortals.
Yep.
Blood drives them, enrages them.
Yeah, we noticed that during the fight. We also found that information stating he was a Volkod a while back, or at least that Volkods are a kind of thing, large and looking werewolf-like.
What of this Ascalon Club?
Vampire Society's elite in the Empire. They make the rules and enforce their judgment upon us whom they see as lessers.
Interesting. Hold on, say it again.
What of this Ascalon Club?
Vampire Society's elite in the Empire. They make the rules and enforce their judgment upon us whom they see as lessers.
Interesting. Setting aside the whole concept of high society, why would they do that? What gives them a sense that they understand more about what's needed here than, say, you folks who, while visually may have more problems and may even be sicker, you effectively kind of understand the city from the bottom up. Setting aside our leaders leading us like they're supposed to, right? What gives them more perspective versus what gives you more perspective?
So was it you that Sean Hampton sent me to find?
Perhaps. The sad saint was always kind to us. He must trust you if he revealed our location.
You must. And what I mean by that is do they consider themselves to be your betters, or do you consider them to consider themselves to be your betters? Are they actually thinking that, or are you projecting that thought process onto them? Hard to say. A lot of upper crust do tend to think that they're better than most people. And while to some extent there's some truths to some of that, not as much as a lot of them like to think. Nowhere near as much as a lot of them like to think, and nowhere near as much as a lot of people believe that the upper crust thinks that way.
Sean is a Skull. All those I've encountered have been violent, crazed creatures. How can he be any different?
Everyone.
Maybe because he is the sad saint. Or perhaps because I am Old Bridget of the Sewer Skulls.
Sean killed a patient of mine. And that's just one of the murders he's being hunted for.
If you refer to Harriet, she is now among us and under our protection.
Harriet Jones is alive. That's it. That's the proof Sean wanted me to find. I must talk to her.
No. Harriet is not alive. But you can speak to her. I must warn you. She is fragile and may not receive you warmly.
I don't understand.
She is filled with bile and hate. Her mind is sharp as a tack, but her body is so weak. I've never seen its like before. She is resting in a room on the far right of this hideout.
Thank you. I will bear that in mind.
Interesting. So, they're all scows. Bridget is here. Not Bridget. Harriet is here and not dead, or at least not dead. So, she's obviously transformed, because why would they allow a human down here? Excuse me, why would they allow a human down here? The Ascalon Club was hunting for them. Were they hunting for all of them, or just that one, or Bridget, or whoever? Jesus Christ, and got the hiccups. Worst moment, but here we are. We'll have to determine that one. This area's been pretty interesting. That whole fight was legitimately rough. Not as rough as it used to be, but still pretty rough. But we'll have to figure out more about what's going on with these scouts, and particularly Harriet Jones, when we come back next time, folks. But that's going to be the end of episode 12 of Vampyr on the PS5. If you folks like what you see and want to see more of me, give me a like, follow, subscribe here on YouTube or both. Drop a comment, check out some of the other playlists, share around some of the other playlists, bang the bell. Follow the links from my Twitch to get to my YouTube. Follow the links from my YouTube to get to my Twitch. And wherever you folks happen to be, have yourselves a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night. And God bless you.